Hi Pisces, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your mid-April through mid-May career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job. Where is it if you are trying to find a new job? You can use the astrological energies. This is a really good time to be getting out there if you're looking for a new job, as we have all planets direct from April 14th until May 3rd. That's going to be really good for forward momentum. Mars is now moved into Leo, where it is empowered for us to use our courage, take action. So I think that this is going to be a really good time. Let's straighten this up. For you to be able to take advantage of this time, Pisces. You all have had a lot of planets in your sign. We will have Saturn actually moving out of your sign and into Aries in May. So this is going to be huge later part of May. But for this reading, we're going to focus on all those planets direct. We have a Scorpio full moon and a Taurus new moon. So let's get into it. So you start off mid-April with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, as well as the Lover's card, Gemini energy, major arcana. By the time you get to the end of April, Six of Cups, as well as the Page of Wands in the reverse. Coming into May, find you with the Death card, Scorpionic energy there, major arcana, as well as the Justice card, Libra energy there in May. So interesting, you have Scorpio and Libra energy, Gemini energy up here. By time you are getting to mid-May, this is the Five of Cups in the reverse. And lastly, the Hierophant, which is the Taurus energy in reverse. So lots of major arcanas here for you, Pisces. I would think no differently because you have had so much going on over these past couple of months. Let's go ahead. I'm trying to figure out, is the camera crooked? Is my cards crooked? Okay, Pisces, we're trying to get it together here. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a card representing the energy that you bring into this time period. Spirit, if you can send my Pisceans a card representing the energy that possibly they were dealing with back in March, but that they bring into April in their career. And you have the Well. Look at that, 22 energy in reverse. So the 22 is very similar to the World card, but being able to come to the end of a cycle where you are nourished, feeling like you have completed a big journey, getting all of your intuition from the Well. But I do think with it in reverse, this does suggest, Pisces, that you all have been doubting where you are at in your life or possibly in your career, trying to figure out if this is the end of a journey or if you want to move forward in a different direction. And I think that's really important for you all, Pisces, especially with the North Node now in your sign. This is going to be a huge time for you all because you all are having to come to this realization. Is this the end of a cycle, or are you, maybe reinventing yourself in your career? This is going to be your time, Pisces, to figure that out. So let's pull one more card. This will be an oracle message. Spirit, if you can send my Pisceans, and look at that, you have Two of Air. So Two of Air is like the Two of Swords, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So be careful of this, right? Be careful of, are you getting to a point where you're at odds with yourself? You're trying to make a decision. You don't know which way to go. I do think that you will have some interesting cards here with the Lovers, Six of Pentacles, and then this Death, Justice, Five of Cups, and Hierophant with Taurus. You all are having some kind of it's like you all are trying to figure out where you are supposed to be at in this world with your career. You're trying to figure out if you're on the right path. And I do think if you're going to be at odds with yourself, you're going to have to come to some truth in the matter to be able to make a decision. So this is going to be a challenge, Pisces, because I do think with all the energy that you all have had in your sign, you all have had some realizations that, okay, where is it that I want to go? And I do think this Lover's card, Six of Pentacles in in reverse or both in reverse, this is right at the top of this all planets direct, April 14th through May 3rd. You all could have been expecting some type of money news, possibly a job offer. There is something here about relationships or people working together, communicating, and maybe that's been strained since we had all the planets, going crazy in March. We had those eclipses. And so I do think that you all are coming into this mid-April with a new sense of like, where do I want to go? Mars entering Leo on the 17th, the Sun entering Taurus on the 19th brings a new perspective, Pisces, to is this really important? Is this raise or is this job offer? Is this really where I want to go? I feel like you all are having direction challenges. Like you're trying to figure out, is this even what I want? Or is this just because I've been doing it for so long? And I do think this Page of Wands in reverse, Six of Cups in the upright, there is this question that you're having where you're like, okay, I had this idea that someone just brought to me, but is this right for me in terms of my job? Am I really wanting to take this leap of faith? I do think that that Page of Wands in reverse, right around that Taurus new moon on the 27th and Venus entering Aries on the 30th, this could be this opportunity where someone comes from your past, an old colleague, an old boss, asks you, how are you doing? Are you interested in coming back to their firm? There's just something here where it feels like people from the past, but you're not sure you want to take that direction. You're like, not quite sure. I left for certain reasons and those reasons are still there. So I do think that you all are, like I said, having this back and forth with yourself. And that's what that Two of Air is. It's like these decisions as what you want to do. And I do think that by the time you get to the beginning of May, this Death card, Justice card, both in the upright, this is suggesting conversations with yourself about your belief system, whether or not things are being just around you in terms of like fairness. I do think that Mars in Leo exits retrograde shadow on the 2nd of May. Pluto moves retrograde on the 4th of May. So you could be having really some conversations with yourself as to what it is you are thinking is fair, what is just. And if you are feeling like that is not something that you're feeling at your job or with your business, it may be time to pivot. And I do think that Scorpio full moon on May 12th, you all being a fellow water sign, could feel this deeply on May 12th, that Scorpio full moon. That's that Scorpio energy right there. Spirit is telling you, watch what comes out at that full moon, because I do think that that full moon is going to be this culmination of energy back from Scorpio season back in October and November of 24. So something could come up around fairness. Lies could come out with this type of energy. So watch that, Pisces. Now, by time you are ending this reading, which is mid-May, we have the Hierophant and the Five of Cups, both in reverse. This is that Taurus energy. Remember, we are in Taurus season from the 27th, or actually April 27th was a Taurus new moon, but we do have the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus on the 17th. So this is like all this Taurus energy. You all are feeling a little better though with that Five of Cups in reverse. I do think though there's some kind of quarrels or going back and forth with people who are higher up. This could be your organization, your boss. This could even be more in your home life. But when I say home life, like your HOA or people who are over where you live, there just feels like there's something here that's kind of personal with that Five of Cups. And that Hierophant is like, okay, you need to do something different, or you're not going to be able to do that. Like someone kind of like slapping you on the wrist, like saying, no, that's not how you can do it. And you're a little frustrated about that. So I do think, Pisces, this is going to be this period of time where you're really focusing on where it is you can make clear decisions. I do think that Scorpio full moon and Taurus new moon are going to be really pivotal in terms of where you're at with your career, how you feel about where you're at in your career, and don't be surprised if some kind of truths come to light during this time. So take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, Pisces, in this video series. If you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would. Talk to you later.